everyone, and welcome back to the Candy Shop. It's your girl, Candy Washington, and I was actually going to go on later tonight to do this recap of the Ladies Who List, but I was just feeling it. I was feeling inspired, so we're girling early today. So if you guys are watching, be sure to drop your candy canes in the chat box. Also, be sure to let me know, what do you want me to start on today with this recap? Do you want me just to go through the Ladies Who List? Do you want me to go to the conspiracy theory first? Let me know. I've been getting so many comments that you guys miss my reality TV recaps. I know that I've been doing a lot of self-care, self-love, manifestation stuff. So I will be doing more reality TV recaps. I have to give my candy canes more of what they want. Hey, speak with your girl, Marcella. Hey, Marcella. Yay. Thank you so much for dropping that chocolate and those candy canes. Thank you, Marcella. What is up, sweetheart? Appreciate you. So yeah, I have to give you guys what you want. You said you want more reality TV, so that is what I will be doing today. I'm going to go through the Ladies Who List. And within that, you know how I do. So I'll be doing just a little bit of looking at it from relationship aspects, gaslighting aspects, and all of that fun stuff. And also let me know in the comment box and put it in the chat box who you are, where you're watching from, and if there are any other reality shows that you want me to do recaps of, because that's what you guys want. So I got to give the people what they want. So with that, let's get started. All right, Ladies Who List. All right. I have to say that I am actually really enjoying this show. I'm really enjoying it. I like it for multiple reasons. One, I like it because they actually really do show the retail aspect of it. Like, they show these women who are actually making the money and they're actually selling the real estate, and all of that is great. I also love how they are addressing mental health awareness within our community, within the Black community, within women, within people in high power. So I really love that. And I also think it's a really good look at friendship dynamics, especially with females and women. And I also have a conspiracy theory. You guys know I love a good conspiracy theory, so I have to do it. I think I'm going to put it in the chat box. Do you want me to give my conspiracy theory now, or do you want to wait for a couple more people to come into the room, or are you ready for me to drop the conspiracy theory now? Let me know. So while we wait for that, let's dive in. So my favorite person on the show has to be Robin. I think she's the heart of the show. I think she's the one who really connects everyone. I think that Kiana wishes she was the Robin of the show, because I think that Kiana thinks that she's like the HBIC and that she's the one who connects everybody. But I actually think it's Robin who really is the heart of the show, and she's the one who really connects everyone that are connected. So Robin is actually my favorite. I also think she's the most real. I also think she understands the assignment in like a Kenya way, whereas I think Crystal understands the assignment in like a Candace Bassett way. Do you know what I mean? Like, one actually is a real life villain, and one just plays one on TV, if that makes sense to you. That makes sense at all. So that's kind of where I think that those two are. Tiana, I love. I think she is just really cool and super unproblematic. She doesn't really come with any issues. She's cool. She's selling the real estate. She has her cute husband or her cute family. She's doing the damn thing. It just simply is what it is when it comes to Tiana. Tiffany is holding it down. I think there's more to Tiffany. Like, she's actually going to give us some more drama, some more dirt, some more stuff. I think there's more to come from Tiffany, but I really like her. And I really like Tiffany and Tiana, and I'm going to tell you why. I really like them because they did not take the bait when it came to Crystal. When Crystal was gaslighting Robin, talking about Robin behind her back, doing the most, creating drama and chaos, trying to get everyone against Robin, who's her alleged best friend, they did not take the bait and they saw through Crystal's foolishness. So that is why I really rock with Tiffany and Tiana, because a lot of times on these shows, and even in real life with these people, to me, the mean girl is Crystal. And they'll be like, oh, you're right, Crystal. Robin's crazy. Robin's this. Robin's that. Oh, you're right. Blah, 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 right? They say all that stuff. And then the other girls just come like little chicken heads, like, you're right, she's this, she's that, because they don't think for themselves and see what's going on, but they did not take the bait. And that's why I really rock with Tiffany and Tiana, because the person who was dead wrong in all of these situations was Crystal. Hey, Marcella, she says, drop, yes, love Robin. Robin been through some things and survived. Exactly. It seems like all of these women have been through some stuff and survived, but Robin has been through some real stuff. Oh, and with that point, anyone else saw this, caught this with Kira. When Kira was like, and this broke my heart, when she was, I think she was talking to Crystal, and she was saying how she was at her bachelorette, and she was like, praying to God and being like, give me a sign. This is what I should be doing, with like getting married, because she was engaged. And then she's like, that night I got a call and they said, oh, your house burned down. And she was like, oh, I guess that's the sign. What has to be going on in your relationship where you are thanking God for literally burning down your house to give you the sign to get out of it? What was going on in that relationship where that was the resort that God had to give you? That is like, that broke my heart, because when you really think about it, it's like that thing Oprah said, life, universe, God, it'll throw a little pebble at you to wake you up. You don't listen to the pebble, it'll throw a rock. You don't listen to the rock, it'll throw you a boulder. So this time he had to burn down your whole damn house before you realize maybe this isn't the man for me. I'm just saying, if that is the sign that you ultimately needed, if it took God burning down your house, I want to know what happened in that relationship. So let's get to my conspiracy theory. I'll repeat it when people come in if they don't have it. Okay. My conspiracy theory is this, and I think it's pretty obvious, but let me know what you guys think. I do not believe for 1 second in this fake storyline that Crystal and Robin are quote unquote best friends. I think that is a flat out lie. I think these are two women who knew each other. I think it's exactly what Robin said. She was cool with Crystal's boyfriend at the time, and that's how they became friends. And then probably they got either the idea for the show, or they saw a casting breakdown and they decided to come together and pretend to be best friends to get their spot on the show. And I'm going to tell you why. Crystal, your slip is showing. Your slip is showing. The work is showing. It's too much. She needed to do better recognizance on this. First thing why I know Crystal and Robin are not best friends, if you are going to claim that this woman is your best friend, and then you have a whole segment where you're talking to your therapist, and your therapist has never even heard the name Robin, you're lying. That's not your best friend. I don't like, because when you're in therapy, you talk about the people who are key players in your life, right? You talk about the key players. And then you could see her trying to backtrack it, like, oh, you probably have never heard me say her name or know her because this is the first time she's ever acted like this. Well, that's a lie, Crystal, because you got up there on that show talking to anyone who listened. Oh, you don't know Robin. Robin always acts like this. You don't know Robin. Robin is always crazy. She's this, that, and the third. So which is it, Crystal? Is this Robin your best friend and you know her so well and you know that she pops off and she's crazy and she's this, that, and the third? Or is this Robin your best friend, but she's never been problematic before and that's why your therapist has never heard of her? You're lying. You're caught in a lie. You, Crystal, I'm talking to you, Crystal. Crystal and Robin are not best friends. Robin was friends with your man. I think Robin was right. You became friends with her to make sure she wasn't doing anything with your man. This casting came along for this show, and you two got together to hatch a plan to get on it as, friends. And I'm not mad at it. It is what it is. It's the way it works. But your slip is showing. Your slip is showing. Another reason why I believe this conspiracy theory is because, again, Crystal, your slip is showing. You have your father come. You have a whole conversation with your father, and allegedly Robin's your best friend, but you had never once spoken the name Robin or talked to your father about Robin, Crystal. That's a lie. You got caught again. This is the thing. If you are going to fake it till you make it, lie your way on and scheme onto a reality show, I get it. The majority, 99% of people do that to be on these shows. But clean it up. Don't be so sloppy with it. It's like a Mia moment, right? When Mia couldn't figure out what year she was born because she was trying to lie about her age to make herself younger. She works in entertainment. People do that all the time, men and women. Just don't be sloppy with it. Like, the work is showing. So you weren't best friends. You made it up. You knew each other. You both worked in real estate adjacent, and then you got together to be on the show. That's fine. That's the way the sausage is made. Just don't be sloppy with it. Don't be sloppy with it. Another reason why I know this is true. So when Robin and Crystal were first in Crystal's office, and Robin came to her with, again, I think it's only a storyline. I don't think it's real. This whole, let's all come together and make this, women's series real estate group. Again, I think that's just a hook. I think that's just for the show. I don't think that's real. I think that's just a storyline. But then when you saw Crystal flip on Robin, when she goes, well, you don't play well in the sandbox. Like, you don't play well with other. You can see in Robin's face, she's basically being like, you bitch. Like, I thought we saw each other. We came up with this plan, and now you're flipping it on me. You can almost see it in Robin's face, like, this isn't what we discussed before the camera started rolling. Why are you coming at me like this? And you see how Robin reacts to it. Crystal came, and Crystal thought she understood the assignment. She's like, I'm here to be the villain. I'm here to be the Kenya. But she's turning out to be the Candace Bassett, because I don't know who likes Crystal. If you like Crystal, put it in the chat box. If you don't like Crystal, also put it in the chat box. Drop your candy canes. Let me know if you're watching. Let's do this. Woo, woo. Okay. That is why I just can't. And then the gaslighting of it all. And this is why I actually understand Robin when she says, sometimes being friends with women becomes, hey sis, hey Foodie, what's up? This is why I understand Robin when she says that sometimes being friends with women becomes problematic. This doesn't just happen with women, but we'll use that because that's what the show is about. The gaslighting that Crystal was doing to Robin at that dinner was insane. First of all, if I have a reaction to something that someone says or does to me, and someone who is supposed to be my friend not only checks me in public, but then also says something like, oh, you're triggered, or you're this, you're that, or the third, I would be like Robin, and I'll be like, well, I'm going to show you triggered then, and you don't actually have my back. And then for Crystal to be like, but no, I love you. No, but we're best friends. Like, what do you mean? Like, I'm having your back. It's the gaslighting for me. You can't say you're someone's friend. You can't say you have someone's back. But then in public, you try and throw them under the bus. Or in public, you try and demean their character or their integrity, or you call them names, or you try to make them the butt of the joke within the group. But then be like, no, I love you. What are you talking about? We're friends. It's the gaslighting for me. It's the gaslighting. Crystal, you're not Robin's friend. You run around to everybody, talking about her like a dog, talking about her mental health, talking about all of that stuff. Then when you get into Robin's face, you smile and you laugh and you kiki. And then the moment you got the opportunity, you tried to play her in front of the group. That is not friendship. That's being a frenemy. And then she goes and tries to act like Robin's reaction to her is what the problem is. And that's another form of gaslighting. Why are you so upset? Why are you so emotional? Why? I'm confused. Why are you so triggered? I can't believe you had this reaction. First of all, you can't hurt someone. And I'm gonna get to being hurt in a second, because I think that is actually a big thing with all of these women, except for Tiana and Tiffany. You can't hurt someone and then judge their reaction to your bullshit. That's basically what they were trying to do to her. And that's why I really applaud Tiffany and Tiana, because they did not take the bait from Crystal. And they saw Crystal for exactly who she was, which was a gaslighting mean girl. So I applaud them. Okay, so let's get back to hurt feelings. All right. And this is why we all need to work on our self-care and our self-love and our communication and all that stuff. I know I have to plug my stuff because I just love it. Okay, anyway, let's get back to it. Let's go back to being hurt. So if you guys remember when they're having that whole tiff between Kiana and Robin, let me say this. I 1,000% believe Robin when she said that she was only going to charge Kiana a flat rate of $500 to do the filing for this stuff. I think Kiana, even though Kiana's pride and ego wouldn't let her admit it, because she knew she messed up. She knew she misunderstood. But her pride and her ego wouldn't let her fully admit it. But it's like she said, she goes, well, I heard. But what you hear sometimes is not actually what people said. That's why communication is really, really important. Because just because you heard something or you took something some way doesn't mean that is actually what was said. And I really think that Kiana was anxious and she was in a bind and she was probably stressed out. And again, I think in her mind, and this is the thing you can't do, you can't assume that just because you ask someone something that they have to say yes to you. Because she also said that too. She was like, I thought it would just be a yes, it wouldn't be a big deal. Like, of course, you can't do that. You can't do that with friends, business, or family. You can't assume just because you want someone to do you a favor that they have to do you a favor. They don't. Anyway, Robin was, but she said for $500, which is fine because it's business, business is business, and Kiana definitely misunderstood her. But I think the root cause of the real beef between Kiana and Robin is that Kiana couldn't just admit, Robin, when I thought you said you were charging me $500 per file, that hurt my feelings because I thought we were better friends than that. Kiana couldn't say that. Because sometimes people who aren't emotionally in tune with themselves or their wants or their needs or their emotional intelligence view admitting that your feelings are hurt as being weak or as being overly sensitive or whatever. But the truth is, the most powerful thing you can do when it comes to your emotions is acknowledging them. If Kiana had actually came to that dinner and said, Robin, when I came to you in a moment of need and you said no, it hurt my feelings because I thought we were better friends than that. I think that would have been a completely different conversation. But instead she came in and was like, my feelings aren't hurt. I just see you for who you are, blah, 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 because she couldn't tap into the fact that what her real problem was that her feelings were hurt. And what is always under anger, what is under defensiveness, what is under all of the extra drama that they were doing was just hurt feelings. And when you are an evolved, emotionally intelligent person, you can say, when you said that, That hurt me. When you did that, that hurt me. Now let's deal with the hurt because that's the actual issue. That's why when Kiana and Robin actually had their one-on-one conversation, Kiana finally was able to get over her feelings because she felt that her feelings were being acknowledged and that, oh, okay, you were being a friend to me. You didn't mean to do that to me, right? Same thing with Kira. Kira, you went off the deep end about Instagram. I get it. When people unfollow you, you feel a type of way about it. I get it. Especially, again, when you think we're cooler than that, we're better than that, we're this, that, when your expectation is different. If a stranger unfollows you, no big deal. Someone you think you might be rocking with unfollows you, that's a big deal, right? It's the expectation that is different. But again, same thing as Kiana. It's not about Instagram. It's not about the filing of the stuff. It's about I had an expectation and you betrayed in my mind that expectation and that hurt my feelings. But I'm not going to admit that my feelings are hurt because my ego won't let me. Instead, I'm going to be defensive. I'm going to be angry. I'm going to point the finger and I'm going to blame. If Kira said, hey, you know what? When you unfollowed me, that hurt my feelings because I thought we were actually cool. It would have been a different conversation. But when you go into situations already on the defense, already blaming people, no wonder Robin was just like, I feel like everyone is shooting fires, like is shooting at me. You feel attacked. And when you're in attack mode, when you're in reaction mode, of course you're going to pop off and things will escalate. And that is really the core of what was going on with these women. They couldn't look past their own, and by I say look past their own ego, I don't mean that they didn't have the right to have their feelings hurt, because I think that they did. I think their feelings were 1,000% valid. 1,000% valid. If I thought I was rocking with someone and they tried to just do something to me, it would hurt my feelings. It would, because I'm a human being. But I would say that. I would be like, what you did hurt my feelings. What you said hurt my feelings. Let's talk it through. Instead of coming from a place of anger and defensiveness and all that stuff. But that's what happens. Let's see what else, you guys. But what do you guys want me to talk about? Put it in the chat box. Hey, Marcella. She goes, I agree. Hey, Food D. Speak with your girl, Marcella says, Robin, idea to bring them all together. That will be a powerful move for these Black women. Yes. Food D says, that's right. Hey, hey. Yeah. Tell me about it. What else is going on with these women? Okay, so Kiana. My heart goes out to her on her motherhood journey. Like, I feel like that's such a thing for women. Aw, thank you, sis. I feel like that's such a big thing for women when they are trying to conceive, they're trying to have a baby, and they start having problems where they can't conceive, or they can't, I don't even know what the word is, get pregnant. So my heart goes out to Kiana. I think it's a very, hard place to be in. And we see with what's coming up in the promos, again, it's when you take something and you personalize it, because it seems like Robin was talking to Crystal about something, but then we see that Kiana's like, well, you said women without children, so you have to know what is personal and what is not personal. Also with Kiana, I feel for Kiana because I think I used to be a lot like her. She seems to me to be a very, like, almost like a codependent type person. So I feel for her. I see where her blockages are, because I feel like I used to have those too, but not anymore. Because now I'll tell you, and we're done, and it'll be good. What else is going on? So Tiffany is really cool. I love how Tiffany was being honest about her mental health journey, about her anxiety and about her paranoia and all of that, because I agree with her. She says, and along with Robin, she said that people think they have to keep it a secret. People think that they can't talk about it. They have to be ashamed of it. And I actually think that's why Tiffany and Tiana were able to be so empathetic toward Robin and not take Crystal's mean girl bait. Because when you've been there, when you've lived through the experience, and when you've done the work to get on the other side, you can then have empathy for someone who has gone through it or is going through it. So instead of taking Crystal's bait and going and trying to go against Robin, they were on Robin's side. And then we also see that Crystal is actually the one who is the snake of the group. You know, she was saying, oh, Robin doesn't play well with women. Robin doesn't play well on the sandbox, blah, 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 blah. But didn't it just turn out that Crystal is actually the one that was trying to steal Kira's business from Tiffany? So who really can't play with other women? Who really can't play in the sandbox? Right? It's you, Crystal. It's you, Crystal, boo-boo. And how uncomfortable was it? Okay, did you guys also cringe? Because this is the thing. You have to know the person you're talking to when you do this. So when Crystal and Kira were getting the cocktails, and Crystal was like, would you ever go to like a poly party? Like, would you ever, and you could just tell like Kira was like not the one. Kira was just like, miss me with all this. I'm really confused. I'm looking for a husband. I believe in Jesus. Like, what is happening? So I think Crystal is a low-key undercover freak, which is fine. Do your thing. I don't freak shame or anything like that, but just like also just know your audience, know what's going on. I also didn't like Crystal because she talked about Robin way too much behind her back before the women met. So she was going around planting those seeds of doubt. That's another reason why I don't think Crystal and Robin are best friends. I don't buy it. I think that these were two women who were cool. They were acquaintances. I think they were rocking together because of Crystal's ex-boyfriend got this casting and said, let's do this. But they're not best friends. There's too many things going on right now. Let's see what else is going on. Do you guys have any questions? Anything you want me to cover? Put it in the chat box. Hey, we have some people in the room now. Come say hello. Drop your candy canes in the chat box. Drop your name. Drop where you're watching from. Let me know. Drop your candy canes. Also, let me know if you have any questions about the series. Any questions about the girls. Anything you want me to cover. Any cat fights. Any, all of this stuff. Hey, Quirky Jones. Cookie Joe says, I'm a candy too. Hey, Cotty B. Cotty B says, hey, boo. Hey, love. How are you? What is up? Cookie B says, I'm a candy too. I love it. From Athens, Georgia. Yay! Well, welcome to the candy shop with me, Candy Washington. Yay! From Athens, Georgia. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Hey, Young Rich. What do I think about Kiana quitting? Okay, so I saw a headline with that. I think she did an interview with DJ Richie Sky, I want to say. So Young Rich put in the comments why she said she quit, because I only saw the headline. I didn't have time to read the whole thing. But if I had to guess why she would quit, but again, Young Rich, put it in there. Put in the chat box why she said she was quitting. But if I had to say why or what I think of it, I don't know. It's like I said earlier. I think Kiana thought that she was going to be the queen bee. I think Kiana thought that she was going to be the HBIC in charge. But then it actually turned out to be Robin. But it seemed like Kiana and Robin started to get along. So maybe we'll see something that happens later on in this season. I also think Kiana probably needs to focus maybe on like the baby situation, like getting the baby and getting help and all of that stuff. So maybe it's some of that. Maybe it was more mentally taxing than she thought it would be. I'm sad to see her go if she is quitting, because I actually really like Kiana. I really do like her, but I have to watch everything. Connie B says too much drama for her, I think. Young Rich says, because she said it wasn't doing her businesses any services, they agreed to 80% business and 20% drama. Okay. All right. Isn't that the same excuse Mr. Marceau gave at the last reunion of Love and Marriage Huntsville, when they were saying how he was mad because the name was Love and Marriage Huntsville, and he thought it was going to be about, 27 acres, and it was going to be about their real estate business and all this stuff. Listen, unless you were on a show on HGTV, you know what you're signing up for reality television. If you're on OWN, if you're on Bravo, if you're on BET, if you're on VH1, if you're on MTV, the show is about drama. So miss me with that excuse. Miss me with it. No one is stupid or dumb. You don't think you're going to be on OWN. You don't think you're going to be on Bravo or Peacock, and you literally are just going to be talking about, look at this beautiful 2,000 square foot mansion. Our comps are this. No. If that's the show you want to be on, then you need to be on HGTV. You don't need to be on OWN. Or do your due diligence and watch the shows. What shows are on television on the network you're on, because that's going to be the type of show that you're on. I think when it comes to Kiana, I really think it's those things. I think that it might be too taxing for her. I think maybe too much stuff came up, especially in the interview she said where, and this is where I really identified with Kiana, with like an older version of myself, not who I am today, but an older version of myself, when she was like, she always wanted to make sure everybody else was taken care of. She always wanted to make sure that she was doing everything for everybody else. And she sort of like neglected herself. And then you see her on her pregnancy journey, and she's having complications with that. And it is a lot of drama. And the show really is about these Black female friendships, in my opinion, new friendships, dynamics, and how that all came across, right? So I think that is really why she's leaving. Not so much that she thought it would be about her business and when it would be about and not drama. But I think any publicity is really good publicity when it comes to like businesses like that. Nothing I've seen so far on the show would I think that it would affect negatively her business. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Young Rich says, but to be fair to her, that's why she declined Roa, because they don't really spotlight their business. I 100% agree, but it's not necessarily being fair to her, because just because you didn't go with MTV doesn't mean that VH1's going to be any better. Like, if you watch the reality shows on OWN, like Love and Marriage Huntsville is about the drama, it's about the drama. And I think that's just what I think. But to be fair to her, okay. I agree. These listings and real estate shows should be on HGTV instead of Netflix or OWN. Foodie says Candy keeps it too real. I do. It's the truth. It's like, let's be serious. Like, you can't get up here and be like, wow, oh my God, there's too much drama on this reality TV show on OWN. Look at the TV shows on OWN. That's the type of show you're going to be on. If you want it to be about the business, then you need to go to entrepreneur.com and do a web series. You need to go to HGTV and talk about real estate and stuff like that. Like, it's always about the drama. Even on like $1 Million Listing on Bravo, it's sure what they're listing is beautiful, but it's about the drama. It's about the real estate. Because at the end of the day, all of these things are always about storytelling. And just placed within given circumstances. So what it's really about, it's about this group of Black women, their friendship dynamics within the circumstance of them working in real estate. But all the shows are the same. Roa, about a group of Black women, circumstance, they live in Atlanta. Any Housewives franchise. These group of women friendship groups living in New York, living in Miami. That's it. It's just the premise of the show. Foodie says, I love her. Thank you. I love you too. Trust me, y'all, always. I know, I do keep it too real. I do. But yeah, but I still believe. Let me know if you agree in the chat box on my conspiracy theory that I don't believe that Crystal and Robin were ever best friends. And it was just sort of their way to get on the show. Let me know what you guys think about that. And with Kiana and this show, do you guys think the show is too much drama? I think it's a very, I don't think it's that dramatic. I used to think it was drama and I used to think it was really dark, but I actually rewatched them this morning and I didn't think it as much watching it the second time. Young Rit says Robin is something else, LOL. Robin is something else, but she's my favorite. She's my favorite. The reason why Robin's my favorite is because I think A, it's very clear she's been through a lot. B, she is definitely the nexus of the group. Like really the show revolves around Robin, her antics, and her friendship dynamics with everyone, right? But I also think that Robin understands the assignment in the right way. Like a Kenya way, not a Candace Bassett way. Do you know what I mean? And that to me is where Crystal is going in this situation. Foodie says true. Young Great says, I don't think it's bad at all, especially compared to many other shows. Exactly. That's why I don't believe Kiana's excuse saying it's too much drama, not enough business. There must be something else going on there because that just doesn't make sense. Foodie says, true. Hey, Amelia French. She goes, yes, conspiracy theory. I missed your perspective so much. Ah, that's right. Okay, so for you guys who are just joining or for the people catching us on the replay, let me give you some housekeeping updates. So I was really focusing on self-care and self-love, and I'm totally going to do that. But I was getting so many DMs and comments and all of that stuff being like, you got to get back to the reality shows. You got to get back to the recaps. We missed the candy shop. We missed the candy canes in the candy shop, which is what we're doing today. And yeah, so you guys really missed it. You guys really missed my lives and my perspective and my conspiracy theories. So I'm just going to have to make the time to do these reality recaps for you guys. So I'm going to do Ladies Who List. I'm going to do Young Ray says, did you get a new computer? I did get a new computer as well. Is this quality better? That was another thing. If you guys understood the Mercury had to be in retrograde for like all of my tech stuff. It was blurry. It was all of this stuff. So let me know. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Is it good? Yay. Foodie says, yeah. Okay, good. Yay. Okay, good. Yes. So we are back. We are back in business, y'all. So you guys asked, I'm answering. I will be doing very clear today. Yes. Okay. Exactly. So yes, Young Rich. So we are back in business. I'm going to make the time to do the reality show recaps and go live with you guys and then still do my pre-records and lives for my self-care stuff. But you guys were on me. You were like, we want the reality. We want the recaps. But let me know. Amelia Fritz is not you recognizing the new comp, LOL. It's really clear though. I love you, Candy Canes. I've missed you guys so much. I miss my beautiful Candy Canes. That's right. And if you guys are in here, you're having fun, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this channel because we'll be back doing more reality TV show, which is great. But yeah, so yeah, now it's clear, which is good, all that stuff. No more Restream for me because that was the platform I was on. I was on Restream and the quality was just crappy. It was very blurry. I would go in and out. I upgraded to the premium package. That didn't even work. So I had to cancel that. So yeah, we'll see. We will see. But yes, I like this so much better. Okay. And Young Rich says, did you see the Cynthia drama, by the way? Cynthia drama, do you mean what's his name? Mike Hill? When he went on that podcast and was like, we might not make it year 2 because they had some sort of fight or whatever. Okay, listen. I believe that as much as I believe that this random person leaked his alleged nudes on Twitter randomly. I think Cynthia and Mike are strong as ever. And I think that they're doing something very dangerous, what I think a lot of reality people do. They play with their relationships. They plant, oh, is he cheating? Is she cheating? Oh, are they broken up? Are they not? Sort of like Melissa Gorga and Joe Gorga. I don't think anything was wrong in their marriage. I think they were doing it for likes, clicks, and views and ratings and to stay relevant on the show. I think Cynthia and Mike are doing what a lot of reality TV people do. They play with their relationships to become relevant again. So I think that is what was happening. That's my conspiracy theory when it comes to that. I think they're playing with their relationship. Young Rach says, so Todd Bridges told Cynthia F her, and Cynthia said F him too. And Todd Bridges said he will beat her husband's A when they leave the Big Brother house. Nuh-uh. Young said, and Mike responded. Oh, that drama. See? People out here in these streets playing games. People are out here in these streets playing games. Foodie says she's on Big Brother, LOL. Listen, I don't even know who Todd Bridges is. Who is? Let me look up Todd Bridges so I can even see these people. People out here playing games. This is the thing. I don't like it when it gets too real. I don't like it when it gets too real. Not this little man trying to fight Cynthia. Oh my God. I can't, yo. I can't. Not this little man trying to fight Cynthia. You know what? Everybody is just looking for their 15 minutes. Everybody is just clinging on for dear life. Everyone is just doing the absolute most. Like, you can't even take that seriously. Todd have several seats. This is just a scheme Todd made, okay? This is a scheme Todd made. It's too much. It's too much. Not little Todd Bridges. Oh, Todd Bridges. That's too much. That is too much. So yeah, it's good to be back, you guys. I had gotten this message this morning from one of my candy canes, and they were just like, listen, we love what you're doing, but when are you going live? When are you doing your reality recaps? We need you. So we are back. Yes, Foodie, Todd does need to sit down. What shows do you want me to recap? I want to finish up Ladies to Listen. Are you guys watching The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City? Are you guys watching The Real Housewives of Orange County? Because I have a lot to say about both. So let me know if you guys are watching that, and we can do that. And we can do other hot topics and more conspiracy theories and me on my new computer without Restream. Thank you, Young Rich. Young Rich says, yes, I like both. Okay, yes, we'll be doing more. We'll definitely do more of those. Foodie says Orange County. Okay. But you guys, okay, so tonight I will be on Black Girls Getting Their Shift Together, Ursula's. I'm going to be on her channel. I'm going to be her guest tonight. She's interviewing me on what to do in order to stand in your power. So we'll be talking about, creating boundaries, self-awareness, discernment, all that stuff. But you know how we do it. We keep it real and real life stuff. So join us over there. Wanda says Kings of Napa. Okay, so Kings of Napa, I saw promos for that. Now, is that scripted or reality? I feel like that, let me know what that one is. I'll check it out. I've never seen an actual episode of Kings of Napa, but I saw the promos and stuff. So maybe I'll get into it. But I definitely want to do Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Are you guys watching Miami at all? Are you guys watching the Real Housewives of Miami? Because I have some stuff to say. First of all, Team Larsa, except for the shade she tried to throw to Nicole about, oh, well, you should be embarrassed or ashamed because you have a child out of wedlock. Larsa Pippen, I will pop you. You don't say that about anyone. There is no such thing as an illegitimate child. There's no such thing as a bastard. There's no such thing as a woman feeling shamed because she had a child and wasn't married. Get out of here, Larsa. Like, miss me with that. That's why Kim Kardashian kicked you off of the Kardashian bus. That's why you got kicked off the Kardashian bus, Larsa, with that talk. Other than that, I like Larsa and her fake foot OnlyFans. Girl, you were not just posting pictures of your feet for allegedly 10K a day. I think that was a lie too. I don't think she was making 10K a day. And if she was, it wasn't for her feet. You know what I'm saying? Adriana, I cannot stand her. I cannot stand Adriana. Like when she opens her mouth, I cringe. When she does anything, I cringe. Her dynamic with what is the woman's name? The tall woman. I think she's like either like from like Russia or the Ukraine. She was like the Miss Universe. That to me is so that dynamic is so disrespectful only because she's married to Martina. If she did not have a spouse who clearly was bothered by it, then I wouldn't care. That's fine. Flirt with who you want to flirt with, do what you want to do. But when you have a spouse who's clearly bothered by it, that is a problem, and I don't like it. Did I watch the Real World Homecoming? No, I never watched the Real World, so I didn't get into the Real World Homecoming. Young Rich, it's scripted, it's good. Okay, so I'll look into Kings of Napa. Nicole is my fave so far in Miami. Nicole is my favorite on Miami too. Like, Nicole, get it, girl. Nicole, A, she looks fantastic. Her body is banging. And B, she is, dating money and she makes her own money. And I think she's really funny. I think she's really smart. I think she's super down to earth. I think there's issues in her relationship because I do think she wants to be married, but I think it's her partner who doesn't want to do that next step of commitment. And that's what concerns me. Like, I don't care if two people want to be together but not get married, have children, not get married. I don't care. I 1,000% believe in do whatever you want to do in this world. Don't ever be embarrassed. Don't ever be ashamed. Don't ever let anybody tell you you're not allowed to just live your life exactly the way you want to live it. I believe that 1,000%. But I think she actually does want the marriage. I think she actually does want the ring. I think she actually really does want that. And on some level, she's settling for less than that because of whatever reason. It almost seems like, like that dynamic where you date your father, you date your mother until you heal the childhood wound. It's almost like she's dating her father because, yes, he provides her with this gorgeous, beautiful life. But she's also a doctor, so I'm not knocking her own smarts, her own money, her own hustle. But he has this sort of like extravagant life, but that true security isn't there. Do you know what I mean? That true like unit isn't there. And that's kind of what happened with her and her father and her father and her mother. But that's just what I'm talking about. That's just that. Okay, you guys, it has been so good to be back. You guys spoke. I'm listening. I will be doing more reality TV recaps. And also, if you guys are into self-care, manifestation, all of that stuff, I am doing a 7-day Level Up Your Life challenge. It is linked in the show notes. It is linked in the description box. When you join, we kick off on March 1st. We are doing 7 days of, I give you different activations, different homework, different workbooks, all of that stuff. And then we go live every day, and I do personal live coaching with you through each day of the 7-day Level Up Your Life challenge. And when you join, you also get lifetime access to our Lux VIP group. Our Lux VIP group is our private group where we do weekly coaching. We kick off this Monday. Kimiko's in it. Lala Chanel is in it. Manifestation Lee's in it. So we have a core group right now. And if you guys want to join us, be sure to click the link below and join us with that. So if you join the 7-day challenge, you get immediate access to our Lux Life group. We do weekly coaching. We have a library of resources on self-care, self-love, manifestations, guided meditations. And then we'll be doing monthly challenges. And if you just sign up for that one time, you'll have it for life and it'll be free from there on. But just click in the description links below. Join us for that. It's going to be so much fun. So I'll be giving you guys self-care content, self-love, manifestation, and you guys want the reality TV. So the candy shop is back and you guys can drop your candy canes and it's really exciting. Okay. I love you guys. And don't forget to join me over on Black Girls Getting Their Shift Together. We are going live at 5 o'clock West Coast time, 8 o'clock East Coast time. I will be on there as Ursula's special guest tonight on Black Girls Getting Their Shift Together. I posted it in the community tab, so be sure to join us tonight for that. And yeah, oh, subscribe and like and share and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a thing when we go live. Mwah! I love you, candy canes, and it feels so good to be back. And we'll be doing some more messiness and some more kikiing very soon. So hit that notification bell, subscribe to the channel, and share this with a friend. Until next time, everybody, be well, and I love you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Aw, thank you. Bye. Mwah.